The Earth's oceans conceal a world of mystery and wonder, a realm largely unexplored by humankind. Far below the sunlit surface where sunlight struggles to penetrate, in crushing darkness, a world without light, life thrives against all odds, in ways we are only beginning to understand. This is the deep sea, a vast and alien landscape, a realm of immense pressure, where the weight of the water is almost unimaginable. Near freezing temperatures, a constant chill that permeates everything, and total darkness, a perpetual night where the sun never shines. Yet evolution has crafted extraordinary creatures here, beings perfectly suited to this extreme environment. The anglerfish, a master of adaptation with its glowing lure, a beacon in the black, attracts prey in the pitch black, a deadly dance of light and shadow. The goblin shark, an elusive predator, a living fossil, a relic from a bygone era, uses its extendable jaw to snatch unsuspecting victims. A surprising and effective hunting technique. The vampire squid, a creature of mystery despite its name, which evokes images of bloodthirsty monsters, is a gentle dweller of the oxygen minimum zone, a region where few other creatures can survive, turning itself inside out when threatened, a unique and startling defensive display. The legendary giant squid, a true behemoth of the deep, once myth, relegated to sailors' tales now captured on film proving its existence, glides through the abyss with an almost ethereal grace, with eyes the size of dinner plates, allowing it to see in the faintest of light. Many deep-sea animals are bioluminescent, a common adaptation in this lightless realm, producing their own light through chemical reactions, a mesmerizing display of living light for hunting or camouflage, a vital tool for survival in the deep. Their bodies are built to withstand crushing pressure, an incredible feat of natural engineering, and survive on scarce food drifting down from above, a constant rain of organic matter known as marine snow. This is a world of silence and darkness, a place of profound stillness largely unchanged for millions of years, a window into the ancient past. The animals here are perfectly adapted to their environment, a testament to the power of natural selection, alien to us, strange and unfamiliar, but at home in the abyss, thriving in conditions that would be lethal to surface dwellers. They are not meant for the sunlit world above, their bodies are too fragile for the surface. When they appear in our waters, it's often a sign of distress. It signals that something profound is changing below, disrupting their delicate ecosystem. The deep sea remains one of Earth's last frontiers, a vast and largely unexplored realm, holding secrets we are only beginning to uncover, mysteries that could change our understanding of life on Earth. As we learn more through ongoing marine research, we realize how fragile and interconnected this hidden world truly is, and how important it is to protect it. For deep-sea creatures, the world above is not just distant but fundamentally different. The surface is a hostile, alien world, a place of burning light and unpredictable chaos. Their lives are shaped by darkness, an eternal night where bioluminescence is the only sun. Life is further defined by cold, near-freezing temperatures and crushing pressure that would instantly destroy surface dwellers. When one surfaces, against all odds, it's a sign that something has gone terribly wrong, a disruption so profound it forces them into the light. In 2025, reports of strange deep-sea animals, creatures never before seen in shallow waters washing ashore have surged worldwide, an unprecedented event raising serious questions. Oarfish, sometimes called sea serpents, legendary creatures of the deep, and deep-water sharks, ancient predators of the abyss, are appearing far from their usual habitats, disrupting ecosystems and baffling marine biologists. These are not random events, isolated incidents. They form a global pattern that has scientists alarmed, a clear indication of a larger underlying problem. Each surfacing is a clue, a piece of evidence, a piece of a puzzle we're racing to solve before it's too late to understand the full implications. The reasons are complex. A web of interconnected factors, changes in temperature, even slight variations, shifting currents altering migration patterns and nutrient distribution, or disturbances deep below the seabed, geological events that reshape the ocean floor. Even minor changes can be catastrophic, triggering a cascade of effects throughout the deep-sea ecosystem. For creatures adapted to stability, where conditions have remained virtually unchanged for millennia, some may be following food, desperately seeking sustenance in unfamiliar territory, others fleeing inhospitable water chemistry, pollution, or oxygen depletion in their usual haunts. Their arrival at the surface is a warning, a distress signal. Instability is reaching even the ocean's deepest realms, the last frontier of our planet. Most are sick or dying, their bodies unable to cope with the drastic change, victims of a traumatic journey, a desperate escape from an unseen threat. The change in pressure can rupture organs. Their delicate systems are not built for such extremes. Sunlight blinds eyes made for darkness, leaving them disoriented and vulnerable. When we find these animals, stranded and helpless, we're not seeing explorers, curious wanderers. We're seeing refugees, displaced by forces beyond their control. Their presence is a message, a stark warning. The foundations of their world, and perhaps ours, are shifting, threatening the delicate balance of the ocean. The deep is sending us a silent alarm, a call for help from a world we barely understand. Will we listen before the silence becomes deafening? The journey from the deep sea to the surface is deadly. Barotrauma, injury from rapid pressure change, devastates these creatures. As they ascend, gases in their bodies expand violently. Swim bladders can burst, eyes bulge, and organs rupture. Most deep-sea animals found at the surface are already dying. The trauma is not just physical, the surface world is lethal in other ways. Deep-sea water is icy cold, while surface waters are much warmer. This sudden heat sends their metabolism into shock, often fatal. Sunlight, blinding to eyes evolved for darkness, causes permanent damage. These animals are overwhelmed, cooked from within, blinded, and torn apart by physics. Their appearance above is a one-way trip, a desperate escape from a world in turmoil. We are witnessing the final moments of creatures forced from their home. Their suffering is a stark reminder of the deep's fragility. Each surfacing is a tragedy, and a warning. The deep sea is not immune to change. Its messengers pay the ultimate price to reach us. The unprecedented surge in deep-sea creatures surfacing in 2025 has captured global attention, raising profound questions about the health and stability of our oceans. This unusual phenomenon has scientists and marine biologists scrambling for answers, poring over data and conducting extensive research to understand the underlying causes. One leading theory, gaining increasing traction, points to the pervasive influence of climate change. The relentless warming of surface waters is slowly but surely heating the deep ocean, a process that has far-reaching consequences for marine ecosystems. This gradual warming is disrupting the stable, delicate conditions that deep-sea creatures have adapted to over millennia. Furthermore, shifts in established ocean currents, driven by climate change, can disorient marine animals, inadvertently pushing them into unfamiliar, shallower waters where they struggle to survive. The global ocean conveyor belt, a critical system which circulates vital nutrients and oxygen throughout the world's oceans, is undergoing significant alterations, forcing deep-sea creatures to migrate in search of suitable habitats. Another prominent theory centers around the escalating issue of ocean acidification. The alarming rise in atmospheric carbon dioxide levels is causing the ocean to absorb more CO2, making the water increasingly acidic, severely threatening marine animals, particularly those with calcium-based shells like mollusks and crustaceans. Acidification also disrupts the delicate process of respiration in many marine species, making it harder for them to breathe. Consequently, some deep-sea creatures may be fleeing these increasingly corrosive ocean conditions, desperately seeking refuge in the relatively safer waters above. A third compelling theory links the unusual phenomenon to a potential surge in geological activity, including an increase in underwater earthquakes and submarine volcanic eruptions, and the occurrence of underwater landslides that significantly disturb the seabed. These seismic events can trigger the release of harmful gases or cause widespread destruction of deep-sea habitats, ultimately driving deep-sea animals upward in a desperate attempt to escape the altered conditions. Taken together, these theories paint a concerning picture, suggesting that the deep ocean is under immense stress from multiple environmental fronts. The unprecedented surfacing of these deep-sea creatures serves as a stark and visible symptom of a much larger, invisible upheaval occurring beneath the waves. The deep ocean environment is undergoing a profound transformation, and its unique inhabitants are acting as the first crucial indicators showing us the potential consequences of our actions. Therefore, understanding these distress signals and deciphering their meaning is absolutely crucial for safeguarding our future and the health of our planet. The theory connecting surfacing deep-sea creatures to earthquakes is gaining ground. Animals living near the seabed are sensitive to subtle changes that precede seismic events. Before an earthquake, tectonic plates grind and release chemical signals and microtremors. Deep-sea creatures may detect these changes, pressure shifts, electromagnetic fields, or gases like radon. Their instinct is to flee, and the only way is up. These animals act as living seismometers reacting to the planet's warnings. When oarfish and other bottom dwellers appear in numbers, it could signal mounting geological stress. Scientists are now tracking these sightings, hoping to find patterns that could serve as early warnings. If a reliable link is proven, these creatures could become part of our earthquake alert systems. Nature's messengers may give us precious time before disaster strikes. The deep is speaking. Are we listening? Of all deep-sea creatures, the oarfish is most entwined with disaster lore, especially tsunamis. The world's longest bony fish, the oarfish, lives at depths up to 1,000 meters and rarely surfaces. When it does, it often precedes major earthquakes and tsunamis. The theory oarfish sense geological stress and flee the epicenter, surfacing as a warning. In Japan, the oarfish is called Ryugu no Tsukai, messenger from the sea god's palace. Folklore holds that their appearance foretells earthquakes. Modern science is taking these stories seriously, especially as sightings rise along the Pacific Ring of Fire. The oarfish is now seen as a potential biological indicator of seismic activity. Its presence on our shores is both a mythic omen and a scientific data point. Each sighting is a reminder of the deep's connection to Earth's most powerful forces. The oarfish's eerie form may be nature's most urgent warning. We ignore it at our peril. The link between deep-sea animal sightings and disasters is supported by history. Before the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan, oarfish sightings spiked. Similar patterns appeared before the 2010 Chile earthquake and the 2016 Taiwan quake. Fishermen have long reported strange marine behavior before major events. While not every sighting leads to disaster, the pattern is hard to ignore. Scientists are building databases, cross-referencing sightings with seismic records to find reliable signals. These historical accounts, from folklore to news reports, suggest the deep sea reacts to geological stress. The creatures of the abyss are our early warning system. The events of 2025 are the latest chapter in this mysterious history. By studying the past, we can better understand the warnings of today. The deep remembers, and it tries to tell us. Long before science, people created stories to explain the rare appearance of deep-sea creatures. In many cultures, these animals were seen as omens, often of disaster. Japanese folklore tells of the oarfish as a messenger from the sea god, warning of earthquakes. In the Philippines, oarfish sightings are considered bad luck, linked to seismic events. Scandinavian tales of the kraken may have been inspired by giant squid, seen as harbingers of storms. These myths served as early warning systems, teaching respect for the sea's power. Today we seek scientific explanations, but these stories reflect centuries of observation. Myths were the original data points, our ancestors' way of finding patterns in chaos. The science of 2025 continues this tradition, translating ancient warnings into modern understanding. The messengers are the same, only our language has changed. We are still learning to listen. The unprecedented surfacing of deep-sea creatures in 2025 is a wake-up call. These are not curiosities. They are symptoms of profound change in our oceans. Scientific theories point to a system under stress, climate change, shifting currents, and geological upheaval. We must invest in deep-sea research, deploying technology to monitor the abyss. Understanding these signals could revolutionize disaster prediction and save lives. The health of the deep ocean reflects the health of our planet. The surfacing of these animals is a message about the consequences of our actions. For centuries, folklore warned us. Now science agrees. These creatures are messengers, sacrificing themselves to deliver a warning. It's time we listen, understand, and act to protect the delicate balance of life on Earth.